Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Forensics, a crime scene detective. Today's beverage is a very standard yet always reliable cup of tea, the good old-fashioned cuppa. So welcome back to Forensics, which I didn't expect to say because previously, if we go over to our cases, we completed what was at the time the last case. It was the parking lot retribution. Basically, a body was found in the parking lot. We investigated and found that it was a bit of a tie-up for a number of reasons. Firstly, a tie-up in the sense that it was a couple of people who were sort of on the run from an ATM robbery, and yeah, there was a shootout over disagreements and such, and well, there was a tie because it sort of brought a few of these cases together into a conclusion, and that was basically where it was at. However, there has been another case added, and probably a lot more by the time this video goes out. Like I said, I didn't expect to be coming back to the game, but there is now another case called the First Stone, so naturally we are going to look at it. So the First Stone, again, status unlocked, score nil, because I've not looked at it at all. Architect Boris Kramer was found dead in his office, the result of severe blunt force trauma. The body has already been removed from the scene. Good. His business partner, Falk Hagen, reported discovering the body and claims he was at a nearby architecture photography exposition at the time of the incident. Initial observations indicate signs of a struggle inside the office. So, okay, very Columbo-esque here. We do have someone who is... yeah, not maybe under suspicion, but we've already got two names. So let's see. It does say that it is the high-end architect's office. 10:30 p.m. You've arrived at the architect's office where Boris Kramer was beaten to death. The body has been removed, leaving a blood stain. Investigate the office, collect physical and digital evidence, and process DNA and fingerprints to uncover the truth. So we will continue. Okay, we are in here, and who else was the other person involved? A business partner, which is Falk Hagen. So business partner indicates that they will probably have fingerprints of theirs in here because they'll have been in the office, one would again assume. So I'll look around here to see if there's any literature to indicate exactly who had done it, and there is not. And well, into here. So we'll have a look around the office. It looks like we've got... Oh, okay. This is a lot different to the previous stuff. We've been in all manner of locations, including alleyways, parking lots, garages, etc. So yeah, we'll have a look around and we'll see if there's anything of note to interact with the bin there. And we have obviously a computer here and a beverage. There we are. And we'll go around and I'm gonna say, oh, can you interact with this? You can. And don't say you can interact with every single... No, okay, you can't interact with every single drawer. That would be absolutely ludicrous because... well, of course, we'd be here forever if we were searching that, although I have done that in previous games. So we're just going to have a little scoot about. I'm looking for any digital evidence, and oh yes, there we go. So we do have two marks that I can see. So we've got biomaterial and also a dirt pile. Interesting. Pick up dirt pile. Okay, that is... Is that new? We've got a diploma of some kind, I think, which has been knocked over. Okay, and we can see there's it says the Architect Press 2010. We got some other beverage bottles here. We've got more awards from 2012, 2009, 2015, and 2011. So a bit of a distinguished person here. Do like the look of that. And a still lit candle. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go prone here just to have a little look around and have a spin around. We'll go, say, around here. Obviously, we will find... oh, what's this? It is just a piece of paper in there. Okay. We have a laptop, so we've got digital evidence there. We've got a check, which I can't make it out. It says it's to Eleanor Leith, I think. Okay, I don't know if that's going to be relevant, but we shall, as always, see. We'll have a little look around here. Interesting that we've got the laptop and lots of stutter for some reason, so apologies if that's coming across there. I'm not seeing really much else, which is curious. That is K and H, so is that going to be Kramer and Hagen? Probably, yeah, okay. Over here, we're not seeing anything. I keep noticing like the knots in this wood here. I'm thinking, oh, that's some evidence, but apparently not. More drinks here. Don't know if they've got an issue with that, but let's continue on, and maybe up the top here. Okay, so it says collect digital evidence, and well, I'm not seeing anything other than that there. So okay, we'll have a look on there, around here. Right, let's get the light, the UV light, and we'll have a look in. So naturally, we would expect to find lots and lots of fingerprints on here, especially over here, because this is the sort of the office for the secretary, most likely, for the assistant, etc. And yeah, we would expect to find some fingerprints there. That one and that one look similar. Okay, so we'll have a little look around here. Naturally, we'll check the desk, and I would have expected to find many fingerprints on the desk. So yeah, we will do that. Not on the mouse, because that would be obviously completely scuffed. Interestingly, those are not classed as evidence. The big sort of marks that are there. There's another fingerprint that is matching the one that's in here. So there we go. I'm going to have a look around in here. No, that's just a bit of a shiny leather back on the chair there. Nothing around here, not too much. We've got some around here, so there's fingerprints. It already feels like we're going to be relying a lot on the digital evidence here. That one is the one that's curious, because that's knocked down. I mean, this is an office that is, I was going to say, like, immaculate, but that also looks exceptionally dusty. But I think it's just the way the thing is. But yeah, it's an office that is obviously laid out very well and such, and this person's got a lot of pride in their awards. So why would this one be knocked down and all over? That's the one that I'm curious about. So yeah, we will have another look around here, because naturally this is where I would expect to find some more fingerprints. But no, we've just got the few there. That's fine. I can't open the drawers, just to double check on that one. Nothing here. We've already had we've already scanned, but I'm going to have another double check. And also, it does help you go back, and you might actually find other pieces of evidence. Mainly the digital part of it, I would have expected to find maybe something else on that front. So maybe like a USB stick or something like that. But we've only found limited things here. There's nothing on any of these awards, so there you go. Nothing around here. I will have another cursory sort of scoot around here. Got a vanilla scented candle there, unburned, because it's just for decorative purposes. Nothing around the back. Don't know if I checked underneath the desk. No, I didn't, because we didn't need to, because yeah, it's all clear there. Okay, I think that is about right. I will also check here, which I don't think we'll find anything. No, I'm not going to start searching the floor for fingerprints. That, in that way, does indeed lie madness. So we'll get the evidence markers. I'm going to mark up a few of the obvious ones first. So we're going to go with the blood splatter. We're going to go with the dirt. We're going to go with the laptop. And then we'll go with some of the fingerprints. So here we go. Again, we've completed many a case now to hopefully, understand what the deal is with these sort of things. So we'll just get all of these marked. So another fingerprint there, another fingerprint in here, and in here. So that should be about right. And then we've got another 2 in here, I think, 1, and then just trying to think of the way I'm going to take it. 2. There we go. Okay. So I believe everything is marked. No, not everything is marked. Sorry, we've got another fingerprint here. So it's going to be slightly out of order, but it doesn't really matter as long as they are all taken. Yep, that looks about right. Again, there's a bit of a sort of a first run through. So we will take it in rough order. So we'll go with picture number 1. And, oh, the camera has I think that's changed since I changed it. Objects are too small. Really? Object's too small. No evidence marker. It does too much overlap, but it did say... it says it's okay. We'll do that. 3, 4. Let's go 5. And I think you can change the... It says change photo on the right. There's the gallery. Go through the gallery. Okay. That was 12, so that's totally out of sequence, but it is what it is. I know I need to take this one, and this one, and that one. So I should have taken most of them now. And like that. Okay. There should be, if I've taken all the photos, 12 in total. There should be 12 in total. 1 of 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not the numbers you understand, but there is photos of those. Excellent. Okay, we will go ahead and place that down. I'm going to pick up the fingerprint analysis kit. But while I'm here, I will go for pick up the dirt. We'll pick up the laptop, and you know what? I've got the thing. I was going to say I've got the fingerprint kit, so I might as well do it now. I was going to use the sample kit, but there's no real point because we can take these here. You can take them in any order you wish. It's just for your own internal bookkeeping and sanity / clarity. That might be a bit too much. No, looks like a good fingerprint, actually. There was nothing on here, was there not? No. Okay, we'll just go around. And then extract fingerprint. Only one piece of digital evidence, but there was that bit of dirt, which is... That's new. That's a terrible fingerprint, that, actually. But that's because I didn't mean to press that button. I might be able to go back and redo it, but I think we will manage for now. There we go. There's that fingerprint there. Obviously, some of these will be very easy to match and obvious. I'm already seeing a couple of simple ones. So I would expect the fingerprint of the deceased. I would expect that to be on file because we have the body. The body has been recovered, so we can take a fingerprint from them. And their business partner, maybe their business partner, maybe we've taken a sample from them as well. And then you never know, there might be some visitors. And if it doesn't relate to the check on the table, I would be surprised. Because why they're writing a check? Yeah, what was it? Was it Eleanor Lethe or something like that? I can't really make it out. But yeah. Or Leith. It could be that. I'm not sure. The main thing is, if they were writing that out, why would that person be, if the check's been written out, why would they have not taken it? Why would it be there? It could feel like a bit of a plant. It's that gets me, that one under there. I didn't really check under there for fingerprints, and it just feels like that could be one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place this back. I'm going to take the UV light because I do want to double check that just for the sake of my own curiosity. But no, it's fine. There's nothing else there. Okay, so the torch will go back. The biomaterial kit will come out, and then we will take a biological sample. So we'll rub that in the old juice there, and I think that's it. We don't need to take around here. I've had a look around as far as I think I can. Right then. Okay, I think with that we will head back to the laboratory, and it's going to be these double doors here. Yes, it is. And then we'll see if there's anything. There will be some emails because, well, there often is. Many tell us like we've got samples from someone or something like that. And so, new mail received. Emergency coffee secured. Hi all, Hannah here. I found an emergency reserve of beans in the basement. The bag was already open, so I sealed it with red evidence tape and put it in the break room cupboard. Anyone who breaks a seal without a valid reason, meaning imminent micro sleep during stress analyses, will personally be sent to Birmingham to buy coffee. Why? Witness evidence collected. So witness Falkhagen has voluntarily provided his fingerprints and DNA saliva samples surrounding his mobile phone for forensic analysis. Okay. And coroner provided post-mortem reference sample from the victim, Boris Kramer, specifically allowed for comparison against blood recovered from the crime scene. So we have blood recovered from them, but we don't have their fingerprints. Okay, that's curious. Let me go ahead and go to the samples here, and I'll place the unknown sample that we found, which was on the carpet, and then a Falkhagen sample as well. So we'll get that analysing. I'm also going to go to the evidence here, and then the pile of dirt, which is interesting because I can't imagine what evidence we would find on the dirt. I will run the experimentation. This is the first time I've done this on a pile of dirt, and yeah, I don't expect anything. No evidence found. What a surprise! What a surprise! So we'll take that there. Okay, so there's nothing on dirt. Exit. Yeah. So we got nothing in the. We got a bit of dirt, but nothing else there. Okay, fine. I will. Do I need to send any results? I mean, I could. No, can't. Right. Okay. I've just identified things. So there we go. There is what we found on here. So we got 2 fingerprints in the main entranceway, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the main office. We got a laptop. We've got some dirt, as well as biological sample. We've got Boris Kramer and Falkhagen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is head over to... Oh, the laptop may take an age to decrypt. This is the Red Leaf F95, serial number Alpha 789 Charlie 3 Foxtrot 4. Functional phone that it was from. That was from. Was that from Falk? Sorry, that was from. Yes, it was from Falk. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm going to go to the fingerprint analysis for Boris, and then we'll try and match up their fingerprints. That is no match, export. Good start. No match, export. That person's got a big fingerprint. There's no match, export. So already I know there's going to be. I'm gonna see 3 fingerprints. This fingerprint also is very, very familiar to me. I have seen this fingerprint before. At least I feel I have. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and I will match up all of these as is per usual. If you are watching this, the chances are you have seen the other episodes, or at least one of them, and you're aware what the standard procedure is. It is to go through, you match up various parts of the fingerprints. I generally just go with the junctions because it's easier, not just visually for you to identify, but also it's the one I've had the most success with in terms of the bits just clicking and yeah, and getting them right. So there you go, and that means once we've done this, we'll have how many will we have? Several, that's for sure. And let's go on match on that one. So that is a decent match there. We've went through everything with Boris, so I'll pick up the results from that. I'll also go ahead and export the results for, this is the mobile phone. I'll also go, which I'm not looking forward to, the laptop, and I will start decryptions. This is a ThinkCore Tango Charlie Pro 15, the TC Pro. It's actually decrypting a lot faster than I thought. Okay, so it's going to do its thing, and I will go ahead and match up more of these. So this is, oh, interesting. This is the fingerprint for Falk, and they are, well, they're not the, well, I was going to say they're not the one I expected, but that's because I was just assuming that they're going to be this big one, but it's not. So we know that there's at least at least one of the fingerprint here. I just skipped ahead there by accident. There's at least one other fingerprint in here. This one that we've yet to identify. So that was not many. So there's going to be another person in here involved. Digital evidence has been successful, so we'll export the results there. So we've matched all of the fingerprints. We've exported the information from the computer. I will just have a quick check to see what that is. So, data extraction of the evidence confirms that it belongs to the victim, Boris Kramer. This is the laptop. The hard drive contains professional correspondence confirming ownership. A review of recent communication reveals active preparations regarding potential sale of the firm. Notably, several key emails discussing these plans do not include his business partner among the recipients, suggest this move was not fully disclosed. Right, so they might have been selling that, and like I said, I haven't told Falk. Okay, let's see about digital evidence here. Falk Hagen's personal smartphone handed over voluntarily. The gallery contains recent captured image file, timestamp at 21:35. The visual data shows a close-up of disturbed soil taken in low light using the camera flash. A quick scan suggests the image seems to have an intact EXIF metadata. Right, okay. So, a few things on that one. The picture... When was this? When was the briefing? Didn't exactly say. Falkhagen states he left the office around... I didn't even read this bit, sorry. Falkhagen states he left the office around 8:30, attended nearby architecture photography exposition reminder there was approximately 90 minutes. Remained there for 90 minutes. Reports that did not visit any other location during that time. Upon return to the office around 2200, he found Boris Kramer deceased. However, his phone, which is this one here. Hang on. So I can find it's actually got a digital. It's just easier, isn't it? His phone here shows a gallery containing a recent captured image, which is timestamped at 21:35. Visual data shows a close-up of disturbed soil taken in low light, and it has EXIF metadata. So it might disclose the location which that photo was taken, and we did find soil at the crime scene, which could just mean the person has returned and found the body. So yeah, either way, we will send all of that over. Because that's what we've done. We have found that. We send it over and other people detect. We just collect the puzzle pieces. Somebody else puts them together. We have new mail. Fingerprint analysis confirms Boris Kramer's presence at the scene as suspected by the office occupant. Fingerprint analysis confirms Falk Hagen was present in the office. Prints matching reference were recovered from the shelf area. Forensic analysis of the laptop recovered from the crime scene confirms it belonged to the victim, Boris Kramer, which we have read. A deep dive of the evidence reveals directories containing advanced financial valuation models for draft purchase agreements, indicating Kramer actively negotiating a total sale of their architecture firm. Furthermore, a review of recent email traffic shows that his business partner, Falk Kramer, was deliberately excluded from all correspondence regarding the buyout. It is specific exchange with legal counsel. Kramer explicitly stated his intention to keep Hagen in the dark until terms were finalised, noting that Hagen was deeply attached to their life's work and would undoubtedly attempt to block the transaction. Mobile phone analyses. The mobile phone provided by Falk Hagen was analysed. Photograph taken at 21:35 shows a close-up of disturbed earth in low light captured using flash. Embedded EXIF metadata places the device at the Trabendestat construction site. Yes, sorry, an attempt was made. I apologise for messing that up. Contradicts Hagen's statement that he was at the nearby architecture photography exhibition during that period, and we now have gold-plated brick. Based on the GPS data recovered from Falk Hagen's mobile phone and the dirt collected at the scene, officers searched the location. Construction site. Is that going to be just what someone's going to tell me in the comments what that translates to, and I'm going to guess like railway station, something along that, or bus station, or some sort of travel. It's something to do with travelling, I think. For all I know, it could be a underground battery storage facility or something. Buried a gold-plated brick was recovered, divided your case files. The item shows visible blood traces, which were also collected for analysis and added to your case file. The gold-plated brick trophy was the first stone, a keepsake from the firm's first joint construction project, which had been displayed on the shelf between the architecture awards. Which, when we were going through that over here, on number 7, we noticed there was loads of trophies, but also there was a knocked over placard of some kind, and that we said, oh, something should be there. But what we will do, we will go to the evidence analyzer and we'll place a gold brick. There is the gold brick, and we'll close the chamber. We will have to always, for some reason, I always have to leave that and come back in it because I tend to access the computer too early and the shutter's still coming down. Okay, so that is scanning away, and it is now done. I will collect the results, which is here. It is... Oh, there's a fingerprint on it. Right, we will find the fingerprints, hopefully. So I'm going to go to Boris Kramer. I expect to find no match. It is indeed no match, and I can already tell that the fingerprint is of Falk because we have seen that before. And we will indeed match this up. So it's going to be some loopy-loops. So there's some loopy-loops. Okay, that's not indicated. See, I was trying to just do something different from these bits here, but no, always default to this section because it is just easier. And that one didn't work, so we'll delete it. And because that's how evidence works, just get rid of the bits that you don't like, and then match up that one there. And I'm just going to double check. I did mark that as not. That's the case. Yes, that's fine. So we'll pick that up there. And I will also go into the DNA analysis. So we will say the DNA profile for Boris Kramer. I will confirm it with DNA profile unknown. So this is... Where did we find that? Where is that? And is it here? Because it feels like it could be. No, it's not. Okay. So this is what we found. What we have found. Could be that. Could be that. Trying to match these up. Those line up very nicely. But that's not how this game works. You have to get them all lined up. Let me just go back, actually. DNA profile unknown from number 9. Number 9 of the lab, which was from source number 1, which was the biological sample 1. Right, so we got biological sample 1, which we don't know where it's from. I will say, let's go with Falkhagen and the DNA profile. Because if their DNA is on it, then it's a case of, well, they've had hold of that, have they not? However, it doesn't appear like that's going to happen. I think it's more of a case of the DNA is going to be Boris. The blood on the floor is being found on the brick. And the brick's been buried. Okay. So I'm looking for 2 peaks close together that are of identical height. See, there is an obvious one. But it doesn't match up. That wouldn't match up because there's this bit here. Okay. Somewhat struggling for this. That's the only one I can imagine it being, but then that's like, no, that's too blown up. Interesting. Okay. Didn't match up to there. And that one's like an obvious one, but... See, it almost does go there. And it does indeed go there. Profiles match export. Go to Frank. Check that out. And we're looking for 2 small peaks. Or two fairly small peaks. I don't know why I'm doing this, because we've already ruled this out. Although one could say maybe there. No. I've already matched it up, so I don't need to do this. Alright, let's get some confessions. Let's present the evidence to the case owner, maybe? 3 new emails. One of them could be spam. More could be. Matching the DNA profile from the large pool of blood found on the floor to Boris Kramer confirms that the blood originated from the victim. Comparing the DNA profile against the blood come from the victim, it does not belong to him. Matching the fingerprint recovered from the gold-plated brick to Falcon confirms he handled the object. Has anyone seen my lucky pen? Blue biro with a few chew marks from my dog, last seen on my desk to my next to my mug of tea. Could the actor who visited yesterday to Shadows as TV detective have walked off with it? Okay. Interesting. Right, okay, so there's Falk. So we've got the brick. There we go. There's the brick. And basically, yeah, their only fingerprint is there and on the brick. And we know that the brick would most likely going to be there. Boris would be all over the place. But I'm still not seeing where number 12, 11 and 10 would be. And there's still biological sample 2. But I don't know, there's nothing much else I can really do. This is a bit different now. So we've unlocked both the devices there. I have went through all of those. There is naturally nothing to compare it with projectiles. Didn't do this biological sample. This biological sample was on... Who was this with? It's 35. Source 35. Biological sample. Ah, right, okay. Back to selection. Back. So, Falk, and then the unknown sample. Okay. We got some interesting ones here, which won't match up there. So can't imagine these. Would these line up? Should they line up? That's what we're here for. That's not going to go there. I need 2 next to each other. The first one bigger than the second. So that's the one that springs to mind. Like that. But it needs to be that size and like that. See, that's roughly alright, but not so. Back to selection. Sorry, back to that. So Boris Kramer with the unknown sample. This was found at the... Is that there? Is that one? This was on the brick, was it not? I'm not sure now. But I do still trying to match it up. That looks like it could be a winner. Oh, indeed it is. Profiles match. Right, don't know what that's from, but I'm gonna send that over. I have a feeling that's going to be the one that maybe cracks this. Matching the DNF profile recovered from the blood traces on the gold-plated brick to Boris Kramer confirms the object was used in the assault. Investigations established that Falkhagen is responsible for the death of Boris Kramer. DNA recovered from the blood on the gold-plated brick confirms it was used in the assault, while the fingerprints on the object proves Falkhagen had the weapon. Digital evidence from his mobile phone placed him at the construction site shortly after the estimated time of death, directly contradicting his alibi. Physical evidence further supports this. Falkhagen deliberately switched his own dirt-covered dress shoes with the victim's clean shoes to conceal his presence at the burial site. Together, the digital and physical evidence confirmed that Falkhagen killed Boris Kramer during an argument over the potential sale of the firm, disposed of the weapon in their construction site, and attempted to fabricate an alibi. And there you go. Minimum requirements to be met, but there's still uncovered leads. Do you want to close the case anyway? Not yet. I mean, I will, but the only thing I want to do really is go to back and back. So I want to go to Falkhagen and then profiles.match export. That's just the one. That's just ruling out everything else. There's nothing else really that I think needs to be ruled out. Send the evidence. Again, I'm not going for like absolutely every little bit. There are still fingerprints that we have not identified. If we go to Boris, we know that there is them all over their office, but there's number 12. Well, number 10, 11, and 12 that have not been identified, which could be their assistant. So, yeah. Alright, we will close the case. Yes. No point in reading it because it's the same thing as before on the email. And there we go. Crime scene evidence is 92 of 100. So fingerprints, I have 10. So I've not found all of the fingerprints. However, I found all of the digital evidence, all of the biological samples. Well, there's only one. General evidence, which was the dirt. We got all the photos, and the quality of the evidence that we had found, even though we did miss some, was 100. So 92 of 100. That's acceptable. Fingerprint analysis, apparently I didn't get all right. I did miss some of those out, sadly. Oh, it was probably to do with after the brick. Or maybe I've not misidentified one, I've just missed one out. Okay, digital analysis is 2, DNA is 2, quality is 98 of 100, so not too bad. Solving is complete at 100 out of 100. Total score is 95. We've said all through this series. Anything over 50 is like, you've done it, you know, well done you. Oh, bless. Pat on the head type of scenario. You've done your best. However, anything over 80, I'd like to say, you know, that's fine. We can live with that. But yeah, 95 is all good, and we'll exit that. And then there is game finished. And that was the case in the last episode. I'd already finished the game, and then this case was added, the first stone. And, well, I didn't expect that. So by the time this video was out, there might be another case. There might not be. I have no idea, obviously. I do intend to keep looking back and keeping an eye on this one and basically playing the cases as they come. If there's more cases dropped and there's enough interest in that, then I will go ahead and look at them. Like I say, the story is, you know, is interesting enough to do that, and I'm still enjoying the moment of it. So yeah, either way, we'll see how we get on. Let me know in the comments, certainly, if you want to see the cases, if they come in to get solved or not by myself. Let me know on that one. And as always, hope you have enjoyed this. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.